What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Don's channel. You are now kicking it with the Don.
You know,
I just have so much to say. Like, leave me alone. Pear.
you're the video first.
Fine. Loser.
You know, we started the video I was in.
No. That is so disgusting.
I like the makeup.
Thank you.
Simple and cute. That's what I like. Not
Thank
too much.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I look good. Anyways, you guys, welcome back to another channel. Another video. You guys, Love Island Australia is racist. Love Island.
Stop over there. Why were you shouting?
Love Island Australia is racist. And this is how. For those who don't know what Love Island is literally a show where you go on an island. I don't know why it's not even an island. That's literally a village. Like, so like, I don't know why they call it an island. It's literally not an island. An island where, like, you know, you living in a villa with a bunch of people. That's a village. So I don't know why they call it an island. Like, you go on that show to find love or whatever. I'm doing quotation mark because this is literally BS. But anyways, guys, so I've been a fan of Love Island for a pretty long time now. I think I might go on a show too. A dating show, basically. A show where you go on. It's a show where you go on to find love and stuff. And in this show, if you don't, like, you know, if you don't find a person you can couple up with, you literally get left off and get dumped from the villa. Okay, that's what Love Island is. That's the show. Okay. I forgot to take this off. It's been 2 hours already. I love needles, guys. I like injections and needles and stuff. I love it. Whenever, like, I'm getting injected, I'm always literally looking at it like, that is so satisfying. Don't look at my blood. Okay, anyways, y'all, so that's what I said. Love Island. Okay, so I know for sure it came out earlier. I don't know when the first show came out, but I started watching it in 2019. Basically, the first show that came out, the first season that came out, I started watching it ever since then until now. I also love Love Island UK. I also watched Love Island UK. Okay, and Love Island UK is literally my favorite, and I'm gonna tell you guys why in a minute. I'm gonna get into details. Right now, I literally have all the notes over here, so I don't leave anything out. I don't leave any important information out. I'm ready. I'm about to literally expose this show and tell y'all what this show is about. I'm literally acting like I've been on the show and I'm here tonight. But literally, guys, I've been watching this show for the longest, and I'm literally about to say my piece and say what I feel like when I'm, like, you know, with this show and stuff. All right, okay, we're gonna get into some details over here, y'all. Like, I got my notes over here, I got everything over here. Let's go. Come at me. I'm ready. Okay, where should I even start? Okay, guys. Okay, so this is why I think the show is racist. First of all, this show, when the first season came out, there was no black person on that show at all. No one black person on the season. So I feel like the reason why that they start, like, the second season, the first season came out in 2018, right? So the first season, there was no black person there, all right? So when the first season came out, I was literally watching a bunch of white people in it, like white heads and stuff.
Racist.
First of all, it's not racist to say a white person. It's only racist.
It's a joke.
I know that.
bro.
All right. What was I even getting at? Okay, so when the first season came out, I watched the first season and there was just literally white people only. After that, the second season came out. So I don't know if the reason why they Love Island actually, like, you know, Australia just be copying everything other countries are doing. I don't get it. Love Island started from the US first, and after that it went to UK. After UK, it went to Australia. Okay, anyway, so the second show came out, and I feel like the reason why the second show came out, there was only one black person there. And I feel like the reason why they started bringing black people is because it was all for ratings, okay? Probably because people were also complaining about the fact that there's not much people of color in that show, that you know, hence the reason why they started bringing black people, because there wasn't much just for ratings, just so they can get views. That's exactly how I feel, because let me tell you why. Every person who's been on that show, every black person who's been on that show, none of them ever win the show. None of them ever win. They never, like, you know, even if they do get to the end, they never win nothing. Okay? So if the producers know for a fact that if they're gonna be bringing black people on the show, and they know for sure that they're not gonna be able to find love, why do they continue, like, bringing them on the show? You see what I mean? Like, I know for sure these are, like, you know, they're signing up for it or whatever. And if they know for a fact that they're gonna be brought on the show and they're not gonna find love, why do they still bringing them on the show? Like, you see what I mean, yo? Like, this whole thing is just like, nah, First of all, ladies, I want y'all to stay prepared at all times. If somebody want to come around and take your wig off, make sure you're ready, okay? Make sure there's a bonnet inside. Make sure there's a bonnet underneath. You're ready. Nobody can mess with you. Like, you're ready, all right? You want to take it off? There's a bonnet inside. Bonnet inside. You're ready. Can you stop? Anyways, yo.
Behind the scene. Close the door, but don't anything, because I'm not taking it off, so I'm not trying to. Could you have, like, freaking in your room?
What is that?
Oh, you tell me.
I don't know what that is.
I'm so cute.
Me?
Everybody's shouting. I don't understand. Like,
I'm not even
it's not good for my
shouting.
health.
I'm not even shouting. Like,
It's not good for my
leave me
health.
alone.
It's not good for my.
Okay, guys. Anyways, back at it. All right. So, like I said, why do they need to be bringing, like, you know, these people on the show, knowing for sure that they're not going to be able to find love? They're going to end up getting dumped. They bring these people on they come on the show and stuff, and when they're on the show, nobody's going to be interested in them. Even those that are going to be interested in them, they're going to end up recoupling with somebody else, like, you know, having interest in somebody else. And guess what happens? They're going to get dumped.
Dumped?
They're going to get dumped.
Don't touch.
See what I mean? Like, yeah, don't touch.
I'm not.
Don't touch your
Look at
savings.
my cards I have.
Okay, guys, so let me get into it right now. Into what happened. Like, this, literally, after this show, after watching this this season, I was like, never again. Never again. And not only that, when I seen what I seen after that, when I was watching the show, I just kept skipping. After, like, you know, these people, like, this, anyways, I might say that at the end. Okay, guys, so let me talk about this season, right? This season. Okay, so actually, let me talk about last season as well. Like I said, whenever they come in the villa, like when Cynthia, was it Cynthia? Yeah, she came on the show on the second season, right? At first, it was so hard for her to find a guy, like the white guys and stuff. They didn't, like, you know, they wasn't really interested in her until a white guy came through and had expressed his interest in her. But then after that, I just feel like I don't know if the producers paid this guy to stay with the girl or something. Like they made it to the end or whatever. But they're even together right now. No. Third season, Taku came. At first, like, Jessica was interested in Taku, but then Jessica ended up liking Aaron. Jessica ended up liking Aaron. And like, after that, it was so hard for Taku to find anybody who could find a connection with. You know what I mean? Like, so now let me talk about this season. And Taku also ended up getting dumped. Let me talk about this season now. This season, Tak came through. It was actually there was multiple of like people of color in this in this season, but all of them ended up getting dumped. So for example, let me talk about Andre. Andre is he's basically like, I don't know where he's from, but where is he like? Yeah, I forgot what Andre's ethnicity is. And then but Andre literally got dumped on the first or second night. And then there's Tak, and Tak is literally Zimbabwean, like he's literally full black. And then there was Vaku, who is also full black, okay? And those the only people of color they had there. They obviously have like Asians and also Italians and stuff, but that's not good enough. They're still white, okay? Anyways, so let me talk about so when Tak came in the villa, obviously the girls were like, oh my gosh, he's hot, whatever, okay? Even though these girls are saying all this stuff, I feel like so when they were saying all these things, when Tak was literally comfortable in the villa or whatever, none of the girls wanted to go for him. None of the girls wanted to go for him, okay? The only person who went for him was Tina, but Tina ended up choosing the white guy, Callum, from the UK. I don't know why he's even doing in Australia from the UK. Like, wait for your season to come on first to go on Love Island. Like, you're flying all the way from the UK to come to Australia on Love Island. Like, anyways, she ended up choosing Tina. Choosing Callum, and Tak ended up going home. All right, so. Like I said, when Tak was in the villa, it was so hard for him to find love to the point where he literally broke down. Like, he started crying, saying it's like, you're around a bunch of people, but you're not even seen or something. Like, he was literally breaking down because none of the, he couldn't, so hard for him to find a connection, So, at first, when, to start with, when, Tak was coupled up with, multiple girls, but all those girls was coupled up with is either because they were friends or there was really nothing there, type of thing. He was okay guys, so Tak was coupled up with Maddie at first, but obviously there was nothing there, okay? After that, he ended up coupling up with Stella, who they've been friends for a while in the villa, but Tak realized his feelings for Stella was just more than friends, and Stella literally admitted the same thing too. But this girl ended up not feeling for him anymore. Anyway, so yeah, so when Tak was coupled up with Maddie, of course, other people, Maddie started having interest towards other people. After that, when so like I said, Stella and Tak were basically friends from the beginning. But like I said, Tak ended up having feelings for Stella. So when Stella also said, yeah, I feel the same way for you, type of thing. But now that I look at it, it's this girl was just saying that just because Tak can pick her to recouple with her, just so she can get more time to stay in the villa. Because that's the only thing I can say, because it was literally the boys' turn to pick the girls. So when Tak so Tak also had interest in Vaku, the black girl, but Vaku was literally interested in a whole Vaku was interested in a white guy who didn't I'll talk about Vaku in a second. But yeah, like, you know, Vaku, Tak was interested in Vaku, even though Vaku was interested in Tak. Vaku was more interested in the white boy Callum. So after that, Tak really wanted to choose Vaku at the recoupling, but then he couldn't choose Vaku because Vaku like wasn't really showing him interest that he should be coupling up with her. So Tak ended up picking Stella instead, even though like, you know, he had feelings for Stella. This was actually before. Oh yeah, anyways. So after that, like, you know, somewhere like, you know, during the episodes, Tak, like, you know, wasn't really feeling like what? Bring him. Tak wasn't really feeling that Stella, like, you know, was really like was still interested in him anymore. Hi, Juju. How are you guys here now? What are you guys doing here at this time? You wanna say hi to me? I'm trying to talk.
Look at your pocket.
Yeah, pocket.
Let me find glasses.
You want glasses?
Yeah.
Here. Show the YouTubers. Show my YouTubers how you look. I mean, show my supporters how you look. Yeah, gangster. Say gangster. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Just like that.
Like what? Yeah, like that. Yeah, you only pulled off glasses. Look at you. Okay, guys. So where was I? Like I said. So, after Tak recoupled with Stella, who he thought also had feelings for him. During the midst of the episodes, Tak wasn't feeling like Stella literally liked him. You know, he wasn't feeling like the feelings were there with her. So he put off our chat to see, like, you know, what's up, right? So when they end up finishing the conversation, tell me why this girl Stella says, oh yeah, I'm sorry, like, you know, I'm not really feeling a spark, like, I'm not really feeling like, yo. So now you want to say that because a white boy just came in the villa, and now you want to be saying that because you literally got a chance to stay. Yes, you literally got a chance to stay in the villa. The only reason why, see what I mean, guys? The only reason why I feel like she told Tak that she had feelings for him is because she wanted to get a chance to stay in the villa. And now that it wasn't the boys, you know, in power to be picking the girls, but it was the girls in power to be picking the boys, she's like, yeah, now I can tell him, like, I'm not really feeling you, this and that, Oh my gosh, this pisses me off. Oh, this pisses me off. Yes? Okay, so anyways, guys, like I was saying, like, I feel like this girl, like, as soon as she knew that for sure the girls are in power, she was like, she turned around and was like, yeah, like, I don't feel for you anymore. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you know, I feel like, you know, she only expressed her feelings towards Tak because Tak was the only person that could, like, you know, literally save her to couple up with, and she would have the chance to still have more chance to stay in the villa. That's exactly what she did. Oh, I'm so glad she went home. Oh my gosh. Like, honestly, at the start, I was feeling for her because it was so hard for her to find a guy, like, you know, to find a connection at the start. But then as soon as I saw that stunt that she pulled off, I'm like, girl, bye. I can't wait until you leave too, honestly. So anyway, so that day when they end up recoupling, this girl ended up choosing Callum, who apparently they had a connection. Okay, so that means Tak was dumped from the villa. After that, y'all, oh my gosh, after that, the way I was watching the show, literally, like, every time they were talking, every time these white people were talking, I'm like, shut up. Literally, I'm just there saying, shut up. Like, I was not interested in the show anymore. I'm just like, this stunts the pulling. I'm no longer interested in the show anymore. Like, so, you know, so during the whole time in the show, literally, like, the way I'm watching, skipping it, like, skipping the whole thing, like, oh my gosh, y'all, like, I was literally skipping to the parts where people are getting dumped, just to see who's getting dumped next. And after that, I did not watch it at all. I only watched the finale to see, obviously, who won. And the people that won was Claudia and Austin. And That's fine. I'm happy with that. But honestly, yo, that literally pissed me off. So that's about Tak. Now, let's move on to Vaku. So when Vaku entered the villa, there was Callum who was literally simping for her, saying, "Oh, she's a bombshell. She's a bombshell, that bird," in his damn UK accent. So in him saying that, right, there were also some other guys who were worrying her, including Tak. All right. So when Vaku entered the villa, right, like I said, she came along with Phoebe. So like obviously Vaku said she was interested in Callum, and I'm just like, girl, are you dumb? Why aren't you going for your kind? You know damn well you're not gonna find love in this villa with these white boys. Like, so she said she was interested in Callum. She came on the show, and Callum, like I said, was simping for her, saying, "Oh yeah, she's a bombshell, this and that, she's stunning, whatever." So after that, like, you know, during the midst of the episodes, like obviously Vaku was not interested in Tak and also Callum, both of them, but her number one choice was Callum. So she was more focused on getting to know Callum. All right. So when Callum was so let me tell me why, like, you know, during the midst of the episode, Callum literally after like there was this part where Vaku had a whole thing set up for him or whatever, like activity, whatever it is. So, you know, they were basically like, you know, having fun, whatever. And by the looks of it seems like Callum at this point was not feeling it. Like I could tell, right? And I was right. So during the midst of the episodes, Callum literally told Vaku that he's not interested in her. Wowzy. So he ended up telling her, "I am not interested in you. I like other birds." Like, how do you come from, "Oh yeah, she's stunning, she's a bombshell, this and that," to, "I'm not really feeling you like that"? Obviously, why? Because they want to get to know other white people. He wanted to get to know the other white girl. So now Vaku had also ruined her chances of staying in the villa to get to know other people, because she was more focused on Callum, but Tak was interested in her. So like I said, at the recoupling, Tak had to choose Stella, because Tak wasn't really seeing that Vaku was showing her, like, you know, showing him that she was interested in him, even though she did tell, like, you know, when Tak Vaku heard that, like, you know, Tak was crying because, like, yeah, he feels like nobody, like, you know, want to go for him or whatever. So Vaku ended up going to see Tak and reassured him and said, like, you know, "I want to get to know you, this and that, But at the same time, Tak was just wasn't, like, you know, saying that she was really interested. Ended up recoupling up with Stella, who Stella had basically expressed her feelings to Tak, saying that she likes him. All right. So at the recoupling, he had to choose, and that meant the Vaku was dumped from the villa. Now, like, see what I mean, yo? Like, they know for sure none of these people. Nobody from Love Island has ever won. None of the black people on Love Island have ever won the show. They can make it to the end, but they're not gonna win it at all. Like, that's why I'm like, I'm done with this show. I'm not watching this show again. Stuff that, like, hell to the no. Like, I don't want to be sitting there watching a bunch of white people. Like, I'm not there for that. Like, that's why I like. And if anybody's gonna come for me and say you're racist for saying white people, first of all, it is not racism, honey. Who enslaved who? Ooh. Who enslaved who?
Hello.
If we enslaved white people, then obviously it would be racist for us to say white people.
White people.
No, there's just some like, you know, different breeds. I don't know. It should have been black people being racist. Like, it should have been white black people looking at white people funny, and they're just like you know, type of thing. Cause like, we know these creatures, like, I don't the creatures, like, they're just a different breed. Like, we don't even know where they came from. Like, we don't know nothing. Like, they just literally just landed on Earth, and now all of a sudden they want to take over Earth and enslave black people because of the power we had. Anyways, yo, like I said, this show, like, I know for sure, ain't no way you're telling me that during this show, when the white people are trying to see the black people, no way you're telling me that they don't look at them and be like, oh damn, in their mind. Don't tell me that they don't look at them and in their mind they're going, oh, she's black, he's black. You telling me that doesn't happen? Because I know for me, like, I look at a white person and be like, oh damn, he's white. Anybody can do that, right? And hence why they're not really interested in it anymore. Like, anyways, my next note. Now let's talk about freaking Tina and Mitch. The whole time I'm just like, what are y'all doing here? They're literally exes, right? I don't know about this whole exes thing coming through. You see what I mean? Like, I feel like Australia just keep copying everything the UK or the US does. The UK had Gemma, like last season had Gemma's ex come through, and now all of a sudden Australia wanna be bringing exes to the show. The hell? Heck wrong with y'all? Anyway, so like, what are they doing over here? First things first, when Mitch comes through, I'm like, alright, that's fine. But when Tina ended up coming back, I'm just like, okay, nah, these people are literally doing a whole stunt at this point. I don't know for sure if these exes communicate and be like, oh, let's go back on this show, like, you know, this and that, just for, like, you know, to get, like, for what? So tell me why when Tina enters the villa, she made it clear at the start saying, I'm not here for Mitch. I'm here to find another connection. I'm here for you know, I'm not worried about Mitch, like this and that, like, he did this, he did that, he broke my heart, whatever. Just ranting about what Mitch did to her, all this, all that, saying that, like, after them getting out of the villa, they were with each other for like a minute, and after that, 5 days later, he went for another girl from in the villa. He went and slept with one of the other girls from the villa. All right, so she was basically hurt. That's what she's saying. I'm like, oh girl, I feel bad for you. Like, please find another connection. Tell me why. Like, so this girl is literally pulling away other guys, getting to know them or whatever. This and that, like, you know, just you know, Mitch is right there, like, you know, Mitch is literally feeling some type of way about it, saying, oh damn, like, you know, I didn't know I was gonna feel like this, like, you know, Tina, I don't want to be seeing Tina getting to know other guys, First of all, if that's your ex, and, like, you know, right now when you came in the villa, it's like you were literally, like, you know, down with her as well, like, you know, type of thing. So why is it that now you're feeling some type of way about her, like, saying get to know other guys? So tell me why when after the whole show, like, after in the midst of the episodes, guys, tell me why these two literally sat down together and Mitch was like, oh, like, you know, honestly, like, I don't know why, but I feel this for you, this and that, like, I don't know, like, this and that, these feelings came back, whatever. And also Tina was like, oh yeah, me too, like, I don't know why I'm feeling like this, like, oh my gosh, like, help, like, I don't know why I'm feeling like this and that, and from there on, they literally mended things, and now they're back together. Like, what the hell? What the hell, Juju? Excuse me? Are you, like, if you guys knew for sure you're feeling this way towards each other, why couldn't you guys, like, you know, came back together outside of the villa? But you guys want to come back in the villa now, one after the other, and now you guys are all of a sudden, like I saying, all the feelings are coming back. Now, all of a sudden, you came back together. First of all, Tina, if this guy literally broke your heart and your trust as well, why do you think the need to go back to him, knowing for sure he's your ex, and you said you were done with him? The minute you stepped in the villa, you're like, you don't want to put attention to him. You don't want to, like, you know, you're not here for him. You're here to get to know other guys and whatever. You forgot about Mitch, whatever. What the hell do you come from there to, oh my gosh, like, you know, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like this towards you? Like, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. No freaking way. No freaking way. Especially if it's an ex that's hurt you that bad that you keep crying. How would you not know they're gonna do the same thing again? Like, I don't get it. This is what I mean, yo. Like, I don't know if this super literally put a whole stunt, a whole public stunt to come in the villa, like low key though with each other the whole time, but pretended to break up and then come back over here and I don't get it. Now that you guys are coupled up, are you expecting to win Love Island again? I don't understand. Are you expecting to win Love Island again? Please, like, explain to me, because I'm confused. I'm literally, I girls confused over here. Like, not that here. Are you expecting to win the show again? If you got like, make it make sense, because it's not sensing. It's not sensing. Do you understand? Two exes came back together on the show, like after this girl literally said, oh yeah, I don't feel nothing towards him, and after that you wanna be here saying, oh I wanna get like what? I'm done. I'm like honestly like I'm honestly done with this. Yeah. You guys, I wear perfume to bed. Hello? I always wear perfume to bed. I wanna be smelling nice for the bed too. Like, damn, like, I don't know. I just love smelling nice, okay?
Thank you.
Anyways, y'all, so now, like, forget about Tina and Mitch because it's literally pissing me off. Let's move on to the next person now.
What? Does it make you pay the same bank?
Guys, I don't know which part this was, but there was a part
I am
where okay, look, maybe I must say to you guys, and I think those who know, who have watched the show, I should go back and see it, because somebody was like, how was the chat with the boys? How was the chat with the boys? Like, how did you know? How did you know they chatted? And I forgot what that was about. How was the chat with the boys? How was the chat with the boys? How was the chat with the boys? I forgot what that is, but I'm gonna have to find it out. I just forgot about it. I have to find out about it.
Yeah.
Then Jojo.
Yeah.
Hi. So now let's talk about Claudia. So guys, this is one another. Oh, you guys, this is one other thing I want to point out. I just feel like the show is literally staged. I feel like some parts of the show is literally staged. Cause I watched some parts and I'm just like, ain't no way that's a real reaction. Ain't no way this is literally real. Ain't no way this is raw. I literally watched the show and I'm like, like when I was watching it, I feel like some parts were literally staged. And now I point these parts to you. So the part I'm talking about is when Claudia's ex came through. So when Jessica came back from the date with Jason, Claudia's ex, she was basically explaining of how the guy looks like. And as soon as Jessica finished explaining,
Yeah, describe.
How tall is
How tall is he?
He looks like he's not from Australia. Like he's got like an exotic Brazilian look. He's American, so he's got a US accent. No way. No, but like not a US accent, like those hot US accents. I thought he was Brazilian from when he was talking.
How old is he?
25. He's got a really mature head on his shoulders, and he's loyal.
What colour are his eyes?
His eyes are brown. Like he's got dark features, so brown hair, curly hair, brown eyes.
What's his name?
Tan Jason. Hot name, eh? Wait. He's from Adelaide. Adelaide. That's my ex. What?
Claudia says, wait, that's my ex. How the hell do you tell who's your ex just by somebody explaining how they look like? You're not playing. Because there's literally a bunch of other people in the world that can literally be described the same. How do you just come by and literally think that the person Jessica is explaining is your ex? That did not make sense to me at all. When I first saw the trailer about her saying, wait, that's my ex, I thought it was when he literally just came through and she saw him, was like, wait, that's my ex. But it was from Jessica explaining how the guy looks like. And first of all, why is she even explaining how the guy looks like in the first place? Like, why is Jessica even explaining the guy in the first place? I don't think that was necessary. How do you just know that's your ex just by somebody explaining this, that? You're like, yeah, that's my ex. Everybody can literally be like, somebody can explain me and be like, oh yeah, she's dark skinned, like, you know, she's dark skinned, like, you know, she has curly hair and she has glasses on and she has, like, you know, she has lashes and she has makeup on and she's also, like, you know, weighted medium or whatever, and she's curvy. Like, is that really gonna be is that really gonna give away that it's me? I don't get it. Is that really gonna give away that's me, the person's talking about? I don't get it, yo. But anyways, that was just freaking funny and literally looked so staged to the T, to the max. That part, ain't no way. And when the guy came in, it's just like, you know, she was already expecting him to come in. Like, the way they were, like, you know, the way it was like, and when Jason came in, knowing for sure that he couldn't, like, you know, get a hold of Claudia, he just left. He literally just dipped. Like, what? If you really wanted to know how this girl's feeling about you or whatever, you could have literally just waited until she comes back from the villa, until she comes back from the show, whatever. You could have literally waited to see how she feels, or do this or do all that when she comes back from the show, whatever, from the island. But you want to choose to come to the show and do all this, and then after that dip? Like, I don't get it. What were you even gonna, like, knowing for sure that he even mentioned that he knows that Claudia is gonna be coupled up? Yes, coming on the show, he knew that, like, you know, Claudia was gonna be coupled. So what was he expecting, to come on the show and break the couple up? Like, I don't get it. We're usually expecting to come on the show and then, like, you know, break that couple up. I don't understand. Even if they did, even if Claudia, let's say, expressed how he feels towards him and said he has feelings for him. But let's say she said, oh yeah, I want to get back with you, whatever. Well, they're gonna just come from the show and just get off and be like, yeah, we coupled up, like, or just stay in the villa and literally stay there, like, well, they just stay in the villa until the end. Like, I don't get it. Like, you see what I like? Damn. Anyways, this is why I also feel like some parts were also staged. All right, so that was one part. This is the other part. So remember when Madeline came in the when Madeline came through, right? So basically, the way it was set up was Madeline was just outside in the morning.
Maddie's presence is activating Callum's bat-like babe sonar, or bonar. Darkness is no obstacle to Callum's almighty bonar.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Good morning.
Who are you?
Have a guess.
Who are you?
Have a guess.
I don't know, but you're banging.
I'm Madeline. Oh, hello. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Callum.
Oh my god, lovely
Nice
to meet you.
to meet
How's
you.
the accent?
Oh,
This is
This is a
wild.
shock. This is a surprise.
Really?
Yeah.
Morning. Nice little wake-up call.
So when Madeline was over there, right? How does Callum just wake up and it's like all of a sudden wants to go outside? So the way it was, right, like, you know, Callum woke up and went outside and saw Madeline there. How did that just happen? Like, especially because everybody else is sleeping. Like, Callum just wakes up and all of a sudden wants to go outside and sees Madeline there. Like, oh, come on, yo, come on. Anyway, so how does Callum just wake up and all of a sudden it's like, let me just go outside and just sees Madeline there? Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence or what? Because that does not look like a coincidence to me at all. Especially because everybody else is asleep. First of all, when they all wake up, don't they all wake up at the same time? The lights go on and they all wake up. I've never ever seen anybody wake up all this time that I've been watching Love Island. From what I've seen, I've never seen anybody wake up earlier than anybody else and just go outside. Like, they all wake up at the same time, and if they need to go out, whatever, they can do that. If they need to stay inside, they can do that. Like, I never seen anybody just wake up before anybody else and just goes outside. Like, god damn. One couple that pissed me the heck off is Mitch and Phoebe. Phoebe, like, what are you doing with yourself, sis? What are you doing with yourself? The amount of time this guy has showed you that he ain't faithful, he ain't none of that. That if he gets any girl that's like that gives him attention, he's gonna go for that. He's gonna pursue it. How did you, like, you know, just come around and was like, oh yeah, like Mitch, this Mitch, like, oh my gosh, yo, these people actually piss me off. I'm like, y'all do whatever. I'm not even gonna like. No, I don't want anyone to entertain me because like, I don't know what you're doing right now, but that's crazy. Coming from all this or that, and then all of a sudden you're back together again. Like, oh my gosh, what type of nonsense is this? Like, goddamn. And the other part as well that I feel like was staged. You know that part when Stella was at the balcony and she was taking photos, I think, of Jordan, and after that she was holding her phone like this, and when before she got a text, she looked at her phone and then she got a text. I want to show you guys how it actually looked like, because the way it looks like, it literally looks like it was staged. I will literally show you guys a video. Like, you should just like, I got a text. Like, oh, yeah, fully nobody. That just looks staged. These people ain't fooling me at all. They ain't fooling me or nobody. Ain't no way they're fooling me. Ain't no way they're fooling me. They're not fooling Jackie the Don for sure. Like, they thought they could mess with the Don, yo. Okay, guys, let me talk about the finals. So, like I said, I didn't watch any of the episodes until like the finals. After us, so the last episode I watched was when Jordan got done. First of all, I don't understand what this guy was still. Literally, the girl who was coupled with the Phoebe who he was coupled up with, literally got dumped. And knowing for sure these two were coupled up and they were like, you know, they had a connection, whatever. This guy didn't even wanna leave the villa with her, but he stayed behind. For what? Who are you going to pursue here? Because everybody, for what I know, everybody here is coupled up. What are you staying back for? And he said the reason why he's staying back is because he wants to like chill with the boys. Like, what? If you like this, that, you know, you're doing that. That literally just showed how much you don't really care for the girl. You don't really want to get to know the girl like that. You don't really like her at all. Like, how do you do that? And then just all of a sudden, you're gonna be like, oh, I want to stay back, leaving the girl to go out by herself. At the start, you're like, you're showing her that you're interested, this and that, that. But now look, I don't know why, y'all, but Jordan literally gives me psycho vibes. Like, I feel like this guy's a psycho, to be honest. He just gives me psycho vibes, like, the way I see him. But anyways, like, how do you just, like, want to step back when you're literally... I mean, when he was at the back answering all the questions, he was saying that, like, you know, he wouldn't see her and Phoebe outside the villa, whatever, because of the maturity level. First and foremost, every girl is literally more mature than guys. Guys, literally, I don't know, I actually don't know the age guys mature. Guys, they don't mature at all. It's like, by the age of 40, that's when they want to mature up. I don't get it. But girls are literally naturally mature than guys. Even though he wanted to be there and do all this big talk saying, oh yeah, the maturity level is not like, you know, it's not the same or whatever. Phoebe is way mature than you, baby. I don't know what you're talking about. Just because you're quiet and like, you know, this and that, you're thinking that you're mature. But I don't understand that. But yeah, like, you know, he was literally being brutal on the back, whatever. He didn't sugarcoat nothing. I mean, that's fine. You can be honest. You can be blunt and stuff. But at least just find that other way where you can say things just so you don't really hurt somebody. Even though Phoebe expressed to him how much, like, you know, whatever he said hurt him, he seemed like he was still not remorseful about it. And that's exactly how I know for sure he didn't really care about her. Nothing like that. No, like, it's just a waste of time. Like, how do you just waste somebody's time like that? when they literally like, you know, the whole time you're trying to show you like you're interested, whatever, but after that, like, you know, this is what you want to do. Like, damn. Anyways, but yeah, like, after Jordan got dumped, I didn't watch it at all. After that, I was like, nah, I can't be faking with this show. I can't be fake about it. I'm not watching this show again. But off my watch. Get out of here. So I didn't watch the show until the finals. I mean, until like yeah, the final episode. In the final episode, like, you know, they showed Callum. You know how the star is, like, you know, where Sophie comes around and whatever. They showed Callum. I was like, why is this dude still? What? How did this dude just make it at the finals? Why is this dude at the finals? Why is it at the finals? And Claudia and Austin and also Mitch and Phoebe. When I saw that, that's when I was like, wow. So Jess and Al got dumped. First of all, I love Jessica. I really love Jessica. Like, she's just she's just a vibe. Like, I love her. But anyways, Callum and Maddie should have got sent home instead of Jessica and Al. Because first of all, Jessica and Al have been there for the longest. And, you know, even though they do go back and forth most of the times, they're still like, you know, I literally, like, you know, this couple, like, I love Jessica and Al, like, you know, they literally would have made a really cute couple because of, like, you know, they both look young, they're both young and stuff, they're both, like, you know, from the same heritage and stuff. You know, I know for sure these things don't really matter when it comes to love or whatever, but it would have been nice if that was the case, if they would actually end up together. Like, you know, I was literally shipping for them, honestly. But yeah, like, Jessica and Al should have stayed in the villa instead of Callum and Madeline. First of all, Callum is the F-boy in that villa, the player and stuff. How does he, like, you know, just want to stay around and this and that, like, over people who are literally genuinely there to find love? Like, I don't get it. And Madeline as well, like, you know, she just came through. If Madeline can stay through, but her brother can get dumped from the villa and then she can also go. Like, what? Like I said, Jessica and Al should have stayed instead of Callum and Madeline. I'm not being biased about it. I'm not saying it because they're my favorite couple. I'm talking about in terms of, like, you know, perspective, in terms of, like, them being in the villa for this long, and even though they went back and forth, they still find each other. They still, like, you know, come back to each other, whatever, and they fix it. And, like, you know, when they're good. Like, you know, they're literally so cute when they're good and stuff. So, you know, like, you know, they literally find that connection, right? And then there's Madeline and Callum who just found that connection. They just found that connection. So, you know, the stand that is the fans that are voting. I don't think it's the fans that are voting, to be honest. Now that this show is, like, now that I just found out about this show, I really don't think it's the fans that are voting. I really don't think at all, because I went and, like, you know, read about, like, you know, who got dumped and stuff, like, you know, from the island or whatever. I mean, like, who stood together and whatever. And they're saying fans were shook when this person got dumped. Al and Jessica got dumped. This and that. So it's like, if fans were shook, then who is the ones voting? Because fans can't be shocked when they're the ones who literally just did the voting. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. It's definitely not the fans voting. It's definitely the show, the producers or whatever. You know, so, like, how do they? No way the fans would just vote Al and Jessica to go home over Callum instead of, like, Callum and Madeline. And no way, Jose. And no way, Jose. Don't do that. It's just so funny to me how, like, every person who comes on the island or whatever on the show, they hope to find love, but they end up getting dumped. Like, I just feel like Love Island is just a game. It's not a love show for sure. It's not a love show for sure. Even though, like, people who come there to find love, they end up getting dumped. They end up getting dumped. Even those who do stay around and, you know, make it throughout the whole, like, you know, the whole show, whatever, they can, like, you know, outside of the whole thing, the whole show, they'll be with each other for, like, you know, a little while, and after that they end up breaking up. Like, that's just how I know this whole thing is a show. anything involving with money is just a show. People, I don't think people literally go there for, most of them, they don't go there for genuine reasons or whatever. They're just there for the money. Even though at the end they'll be like, oh yeah, I choose love over money. You know damn well you want to choose that money, but you don't want to look like a fool on TV. You don't look like a, you know, whatever on TV. Like, this whole show, y'all, like, it's I don't know. But this comes to the end of the video, y'all, to what I think about Love Island Australia. Never, ever am I going back to watch this show again. Doesn't matter how much black people they bring on this show, I just know for sure they're going to end up getting dumped. Never, ever. First things first, they're racist. Secondly, they want to be, you know, this whole, like, you know, like, it just seems like most of the parts are staged. I don't want to be seeing none of that. Like, I want to show that's raw. I want to show that where they're literally inclusive, they're very diverse and stuff. That's why I love Love Island UK better, because every ethnicity you can think of comes, or like, you know, there and stuff. Like, honestly, here in Australia, as far as they can go, is literally just Asians. That's as far as they can go. Same as Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight too. I'm gonna watch the one that's coming up next year. I'm gonna watch it, and if there's no diversity included, I'm done with the show as well. That's literally what I'm doing. Like, honestly, Love Island, goodbye. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Please don't come on my screen again before I throw a remote at the TV. Anyways, yo, like, that's what I wanted to say. Like, this whole thing, it ain't for me. Love Island Australia ain't for me no more. I loved Love Island Australia and everything because it's in Australia, firstly, whatever. But after seeing all this, after, like, you know, looking back and whatever, seeing this whole show this season, I was like, bah. I ain't coming back to that. But no way. But yeah, yo, this was my thoughts and opinion, my opinion on Love Island and stuff. And I really hope, like, you know, if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch the show. If you wanna see where you can watch the show, you can literally watch it on 9 now, and it's literally free. Watch the show on 9 now. Download the app in your Apple Store, your Android, your Google Play, and download the app, and you can literally watch it for free. The only thing I hate is the ads. That's what I hate, but it's fine. We move. Anyways, yo, now I'm just, like, you know, I'm just watching Love Island UK. Like, you know, I didn't finish off the last season. Like, I didn't really finish it off, so I'm trying to, like, you know, finish it off and stuff. So anyways, y'all, deuces.